basketball starts now.
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
Oldham County High School's basketball on tap this evening as we get set for what should be a fun contest, as it is the 23-3 Manual Crimsons visiting the 23-4 North Oldham Mustangs. Hello and welcome here into North Oldham High School. Justin Kalin alongside Mark Evans on the call for you this evening. Coach, get treated to another good ball game here tonight. Two really good teams that have played some great basketball thus far.
Yes, Justin, not a doubt about it. I've had the opportunity to see North several times, and I've had the opportunity to see the last game where this Manual team knocked off by quite a few points a really good male team. Both teams are very similar in the way they play. I'd say that North might have a little bit more finesse maybe, and but I'll tell you what, the physical play can give North some problems, I think, tonight from the Crimsons, because they are very physical.
Oh, and both of these teams have guys that contribute, whether it's coming off the bench, whether it's the starters. Both of these teams have a lot of guys that can come in and provide some solid minutes.
Yeah, about 7-8 deep, which is about where you're going to be this time of the year, tournament time. Once again, both of them are dribble to the rim and get the ball up strong off the rim. Drive kicks are a big part of their game. But the biggest difference is North is a little bit more about the drive kick threes, and the Crimsons are a little bit more about take it to the rim and follow it up for second shots.
Yeah, really excited to see how this one plays out here tonight as both teams down there warming up, as we are just about 21 and a half minutes away from our starting lineups and opening tip-off here tonight. Let's go ahead and step aside for a break. We'll come back on the other side, and Mark got a chance to catch up with Manual head coach Mikkel Coleman prior to the game. We'll hear that interview. Stick with us. You're listening to or watching Oldham County High School's basketball on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, making your life easier with quality products and quality service.
This is Mark Evans of Glycod. Out tonight watching the DuPont Manual Crimsons versus the North Oldham Mustangs. I'm here with Coach Coleman, head coach. And Coach, I had the pleasure of watching your team, and I was just really impressed. I hadn't heard a whole lot about you. I knew you had a very good record, but you had some big wins against some really good opponents. I think people really overlooked you until I saw the male game that you recently, and I was just really impressed with the way your kids played together and how hard they played. And all the different adjustments that you made. At this point in time, coming into the district tournament time, where do you see your team?
Well, we feel like we're a threat every night we step on the floor. We know there's some really good teams in our district and definitely in our region. But when we come out and play the way we want to play, or the way we practice and plan to play every night, we feel like we can play with anybody in the region.
Yes, sir. Like I said, I was very impressed with the way they played as a team, and they all seem to know the roles real well, and just talented.
Yes,
and I watched after quarter breaks and different things. You'd run some set, and you would score out of it. And I'm always impressed with coaches that change up those little things and make every point matters when it gets down to, especially in your region, Coach. You're coming in to see another very good team tonight.
Absolutely.
And I've been impressed with them. I've seen them a little bit more than I've seen you this year. What do you think you're going to need to do tonight to have a chance to come out on top?
Well, first of all, they're a well-coached team. David, Mr. Lee runs a lot of good stuff. They got a lot of good action on offense. So first thing we got to do is keep them out of the paint. Keep them out of the paint. They like to drive and kick, but they shoot the ball so well. So we better close out hard and fast, and arrive on the catch. And then we got just defensive rebound, right? So we got to take care of our paint, make sure we're not getting a lot of driving lanes out, straight line drives that lead into wide open threes, and then we got to close out and arrive on the catch and stop the three-point shot and really rebound the basketball.
Well, Coach, it's been a pleasure, and I wish you the best. And wish you the best in the region. As I know you have to get through districts and all that first, but like I said, used to be a rival of mine with Manuel in one time, but we always were really close friends. So I'm happy for you, and keep it up, Coach.
Well, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. Bye.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Back once again here at North Oldham High School, the site of tonight's Oldham County High Schools basketball broadcast right here on Glycod. Justin Kalen back alongside Mark Evans as we get set to bring you this game here tonight. And, Coach, we've got to give you your keys to the game. Tonight's keys to the game are presented by Traditional Bank because who you bank with matters. Let's start with the visiting Manual Crimsons. What do we need to watch out for with them here tonight?
Well, thank you, Justin. The Crimsons are going to have to concentrate on their transition defense. That's got to be a priority. North Oldham gets a lot of their threes out of transition, so they're going to have to get back and locate. Outside-inside defense, you got to push North off with the three-point line. They drive it well, but you got to pick your poison. And the third one is attack the Mustangs inside. I really do think that the Crimson has the type of team that could crash the boards and possibly give the Mustangs some problems tonight.
Well, and they do have a couple guys listed at 6'6" as well. North Oldham's tallest player, 6'4". So, yeah, size definitely will be a factor in this one. How about for North Oldham? What do they need to do in this one?
For the Mustangs, they must keep the Crimsons off the offensive boards, as we've pretty much already said. That 6'6" you're talking about, those are tremendously talented athletes. They're not just 6'6". Closeouts, no straight line drives to the rim. You know, when I noticed the Crimsons beating the Bulldogs, the Mill Bulldogs, last week in a big game, they got to the rim a lot, and they're going to have to keep them out of that. Push the pace for easy transition baskets, something else that North does really well. They'll need to do that tonight.
Absolutely. There's your keys to the game for both teams as we get set for what should be a fun ball game here tonight. We'll go ahead and step aside for a break, but first let me remind you that this broadcast is authorized by North Oldham High School with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. We'll be back with more on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Back here at North Oldham High School as we continue to get you set for Oldham County High School's basketball tonight as we've got a fantastic matchup. Justin Kalen back here joined now with head coach of the North Oldham Mustangs, David Levitch, now in his 6th season at the helm. Coach, y'all fell in a game on Saturday against Danville Christian. They played very good defense as they have all year long. What is the response to that loss on Saturday? Is the team motivated coming into this one?
Yeah, we had a really tough 3-game stretch starting with them. They are the best rated defensive team in the state. We just didn't play a smart game, but I told them after the game, good thing about basketball is it's not like football where you have to wait a week. We get a chance to play another top team tonight, only off one day of prep. So yeah, I'm sure they're going to be up for it. That was our first home loss in like 26 games. I think we were 26 in a row at home, so that was they understand now, so time to start a new streak.
Yeah, and you're playing a Manual team that has arguably playing their best basketball of the season. They haven't dropped since February 1st. What are the expectations with them here in this one?
Yeah, they're a really good team. They're kind of similar to us in a way on offense. They have 5 guys who usually on the floor can always shoot. They're a really well-coached team, and they play a good schedule. So, yeah, we're going to have to play our best defensive game, probably one of our best defensive games this season to win the game, but hopefully our guys come out strong after a loss.
Yeah, and you've got several guys that have been contributing, whether it's Grant Neal, Jack Fisher. Who else has stepped up for you as of late?
Ryan Howard's played really well the last couple games. Nobody really played well in the last game, but for the most part over the last 3 or 4 weeks, Ryan Howard. Brooks Cargo's really come on as well. He starts for us now. He's been a kid that's really shot the ball well. So, yeah, those are a couple of guys that have come on over.
Coach, every time I come here to North Oldham, the same word comes to my mind, and that is fun. Last time I was here was a fun game. Tonight should be expecting a fun one as well. Has this been a fun group to coach and be around on the day in and day out basis?
Yeah, absolutely. It surprised me a lot. We lost so much last year that I didn't really know what to expect coming into this year, but they've really carried on the winning, and they've been a lot of fun to coach. We don't play enough defense for my liking, so hopefully we can tonight, but our offense has been really good this year.
All right, well, we'll see how it all plays out. Coach, thank you for your time. Best of luck tonight, and we will be back on the other side and bring you your starting lineups as we continue to get you set for Oldham County High School's basketball right here on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Lines are wet, not just blinds. Lines are wet, not just blinds.
The reason I went to traditional bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different. Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
And we continue to tick down towards tip-off here this evening. Justin Kalen back alongside Mark Evans as we've got to get you your starting lineups as we continue to get you set for Manual and North Oldham. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Thompson Heating and Cooling. Contact Thompson at 502-703-0244 for their 100% satisfaction guarantee. Thompson Heating and Cooling. Coach, let's first start with the Manual Crimsons. They're going to trot out number 1, Justice Decker, a 6'6 junior. Malachi Coleman, who is the leading scorer for this team at 15.7 points per game, a 5'11 junior. Ryan Sheen, a 6'6 junior, averaging 12.5 points per game, 8.7 rebounds per contest as well, as he is the highest on the team in terms of rebounding numbers. Number 13, Josh Darst, a 6'3 senior, averaging 11.8 points. And Jared Tublin, a 6'3 senior, also gets the starting nod. Anything stick out about those starters?
Well, they play well together. Justin and I have watched them play. They play extremely well together. They all know their roles really well, and they all can shoot the ball pretty well for the most part.
Now for North Oldham, pretty standard starting lineup for them. You heard Coach Levitch mention Brooks Cargold. He will get the start tonight wearing number 11, a 6' junior. Grant Neal, a 6'3 senior. He leads the team in scoring at 21 points per game. Ryan Howard, a 6'3 senior, averaging 11.5 points per game. Ryan Sanders, a 6'3 junior, wearing number 21. And the final starter this evening for North Oldham is Jack Fisher. He wears number 22, averages 13 points a game, a 6'2 senior. We'll go ahead and step aside for our final pregame break here. We'll come back on the other side and we'll bring you tonight's officials as well as some series information as well as our opening tip. Stick with us. You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball right here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Direct, not just blind.
From Glycod, it's Oldham County High Schools basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Oldham County Health Department, healthy people, strong community. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Oldham County Solid Waste Management, featuring Waste Wizard. And by LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Thompson Heating and Cooling, and Financial Solutions Incorporated. Now, courtside for all the action of Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
And welcome back here to North Oldham High School as we are just about set for Oldham County High School's basketball. Justin Kalen alongside Mark Evans on the call for you this evening as we get set for what should be a good contest. Manual 23-3 on the season. North Oldham once again 23-4. These two teams, Coach, have played just 2 times in the series. It's an even 1-1 split. Interestingly enough, both road teams have won those matchups.
Sounds good for the Crimsons then tonight, Justin. Maybe we shouldn't even tip it up.
Well, I was thinking maybe the streak changes, right?
I think it could go either way. They're carbon copies of each other. They play a lot alike. They all shoot it well. I think we're in for a good one. They both play pretty good man-to-man defense. You know, Coach Levitch talked about his defense and like to see a little bit better. I think that the Crimsons might be a little bit more physical on the defensive end than the Mustangs.
Manual down there in their black road uniforms with the red lettering and numbering, white trim on those jerseys. North Oldham, their home white uniforms, the teal numbering, lettering, and trim as the ball up in the air, and we are underway. Our officials this evening, Maya Smith, Tony Ramsey, and Michael Santagello, as it will be Manual basketball to start things off. We'll see what they draw up here.
Well, no surprise here. They're opening up in man-to-man. The Mustangs are. Both teams, I think, will play primarily man tonight. Neither team tends to press a whole lot.
And Decker nearly lost that one out of bounds. They're going to say he stepped on the sideline and did.
Well, that saved him. That saved him a 2. Because that ball would have been a layup at the Mustang end.
So North Oldham will get their first crack at things now offensively.
And once again, you're looking at a Crimson man-to-man, and I think they played extremely well. They like to trap off high screens. Right now they're not, but as the game goes on, they tend to trap.
That was Cargold firing the 3 that time. Couldn't quite knock it down. 3rd of 3 here tonight at North Oldham as we had freshman and JV prior to this one. As that's Decker trying to back down his man, Cargold. And Neal nearly pokes it out of there.
Well, you have to remember, too, though, that Justin Decker is a lefty, and he really, really does a good job of going over that right shoulder and setting him up to get that. They love to find him on the low post, too. They really look for him.
Inbounds for Coleman, the team's leading scorer. He's got it now back on top of the key.
But Malachi Coleman is all about getting the ball to the rim, and you'll see that as the night goes on.
Also can shoot well from beyond the arc, 40%. From 3 on the year is Coleman. As now trying to back down again, gets it out for Decker. And good patience being displayed here, but the 3 no good by Ryan Sheen. And we remain scoreless about a minute and a half through this first quarter of play.
Well, the Mustangs are playing a very, very tight man right now, so they're going to make the Crimson shoot the ball from the outside.
And Cargold will fire another one up. This time he converts.
I think that's on Coach's cue. He said he just now got into the starting lineup because he's been shooting it so well, and I can understand with that shot.
Coleman on the other end will get a good look, but he can't convert. And rebounded inside by Sanders.
That's big for the Mustangs. They'll have to do a good job on the boards, and so far one shot only is what they're getting, and that's doing a good job.
Here's Fisher with it, trying to back down his man, lays it off now. Ryan Howard tried to get it up off the glass, but swatted away, as it looked like Ryan Sheen got a piece of that one. Now Decker goes to work, and how about that held ball? Good move there by Grant Neal, getting the hand on that.
Well, you'll see Justin Decker blocks shots too really well. So keep an eye on him.
Grant Neal, by the way, talked about his 21 points per game. Great scorer. As his sister Riley, one of the better scorers in North Oldham girls basketball history, but he can't convert that time.
Yeah, he's using pretty much money on that little fade pull-up, but a little short on that one.
Coleman going to turn on the Jets and gets all the way to the bucket for the finish.
Yeah, Justin, as I said, expect that to be a common occurrence, and the Mustangs have to cut out that drive, have to.
Cargold throws that one into no man's land, but Fisher comes away with it. Now back out for Cargold. He'll fire another one and can't convert.
A little cool from the Mustangs right now from the outside.
Both teams here, as we've got a 3-2 ball game, and we played over 3 minutes here in this first quarter.
Yeah.
As now Fisher gets his man on the ground, and he can't get the floater, but does snag his own offensive rebound and lays it up. Can't get it to go, but a couple free throws upcoming.
Well, on my notes, I have Jack Fisher as a Mr. Everything on both ends.
Yeah.
He can do it all, and he'd be great to have on your team.
Also, the team's leading rebounder at 7.2 rebounds a contest to go along with his 13 points.
Well, he'll do whatever it takes. He'll take charges. He'll do whatever it takes.
Can't convert on the first free throw, however, so another opportunity here to push this lead up to 2. And he will.
Beautiful form, 73 from the line. He'll make a lot more than he misses. Staying in man-to-man, setting high screens, double high screens.
That's Coleman with the basketball, attacking the hoop again. And gets that knocked out of bounds, but they're going to say last touched by North Oldham. Inbound for Coleman. And tried to get it inside to Decker, but it was taken away. Now out for Fisher. Neal with it. And he'll kick it out for Howard. He's been hot from 3, but can't convert on that one. But Fisher on the offensive rebound. Now Neal with the deep 2 and got it.
Yeah, I like the hustle of the Mustangs. They picked up a couple quick rebounds that time and worked and got the shot. But it all started with Fisher fighting for the rebound.
By the way, we talked about Ryan Howard and his three-point shooting actually leads this North Oldham team with 71 threes on the season, so not the guy you want to give an open look to from outside, but Manuel gets away with it that time.
Well, Manuel's doing a nice job so far of guarding outside in. They're really putting the pressure on the three-point shooters. They're closing out extremely well. But, as well as North drives and kicks, there's always that three-point opportunity.
We are going to get a timeout taken here with 3:32 left in this first quarter. 6-2 ball game. We'll step aside for a 30-second break as well. Stick with us. More Oldham County High School's basketball coming right up.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
And back here, North Oldham High School, where we have a 6-2 ball game. North Oldham on top and a chance to increase that here, and they will as Ryan Howard gets his first 3 to drop.
All about the inbounds play. We talked earlier about how good both these coaches are coming out of timeouts and breaks, and that's a good example of Coach Leverage drawing a good one up.
Justin Kalen back alongside Mark Evans on the call for you this evening as the long three by Coleman splashed in. And he's got all 5 now for Manual. Quickly, North Oldham going to push the pace. Cargold looking for Fisher, but that one's punched out of there by Sheen. And Sheen will pass it off and lays it up and in.
Yeah, Justin, I was very, very impressed with their transition offense against the Mill Bulldogs in a game about a week ago. They can get out and run, and they make good decisions as far as the Crimsons are.
Josh Darst getting that last bucket, but now Manuel falling asleep on the other end, but Decker with a big block.
Yeah, as I said earlier, you'll see Decker all night long blocking shots and changing shots.
Now Coleman will try to stay active as he attacks the hoop and draws the foul. So how about the aggressiveness coming out of the timeout for Manual as they were just trailing 9-2, and now a chance for Coleman to go to the stripe and knot it up.
Well, it's no surprise. I mean, most of their baskets last game they played came from the drive. It's going to be a tough game to officiate, too, because they're going to put you in a situation as an official where you have to make a call.
And Coleman does get the first one to carry him in.
Entering the game for North Oldham, number 10, Gray Schmidl.
As Gray Schmidl comes out onto the floor. Coleman's second free throw rims out, so it'll remain a 9-8 ball game. Coleman with 6 quick points here to start this night.
No change in the defense, just straight up man, quality man. Closing out really tight on the line.
Inside Fisher. Kicks it out now, and a 3 by Schmidl, and he can't knock it in, but a good look. Fresh off the bench for Schmidl.
Yeah, great job of the pass from the block, finding that open man. North does a very good job of locating their shooters.
Noah Smith newly into the game for Manual as he gets it out for a good look for Coleman, who can't knock it in, and back comes North Oldham. Quickly up. And Sanders tried to get that outside for Howard, who somehow comes away with it. Now Sanders, a between the legs pass to Fisher. Not sure that was part of the plan, but Fisher misses the shot, but does battle to get it back. And now that ball battling around like a pinball, and Manuel comes away with it.
If you like action, we're seeing the action tonight. Great defense so far, and both teams trying to push the pace.
Yeah, they're doing just that so far as Fisher thought about a 3, now instead attacks the bucket, and another one down low he can't convert. As this one's lost out of bounds, they're going to say last touched by Manual.
Well, with all the driving to the rim we've seen so far tonight, Justin, one thing we haven't seen is anyone try to take a charge. That always slows down those drivers, especially if you pick up a couple fouls, but you don't see that a lot anymore, giving up the bodies for that, but it can change a team.
Ryan Sanders comes out of the game for North Oldham. Jacoby McRoberts, a 6'1 sophomore, comes out onto the floor. He's been a spark plug at times this season for the Mustangs.
Yes, he has, mostly on the defensive end, though. You know, he's pretty good right around the basket, but he makes a better impact most of the time on the defensive end, the games I've seen anyway.
Justice Decker also went to the sideline for Manual.
Well, they're switched up. Well, I was going to say they switched up into a 2-3, but it's not. It's just some form of a matchup zone right now. And we're
down to 10 seconds now in the quarter as Howard forces another 3, and he gets it again, his second one. Now down to 3. Manual trying to get off a shot. They will. And Smith unable to knock it in. And that will bring us to a conclusion of the first quarter of play. North Oldham 12, Manual 8. Stick with us. We've got more Oldham County High Schools basketball coming up on Glycon.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
And one quarter complete here from North Oldham High School. Second quarter just about to get underway. Justin Kalen alongside Mark Evans on the call for you this evening. A 12-8 lead for North Oldham. And a first quarter that was back and forth. Them guys were getting up and down the floor.
Yeah, so far, no real surprises. Yeah, I see Manual attacking the basket, and North working for the threes and locating shooters, and that's what's happened.
Here's McRoberts on the deep two. Couldn't get it to go and nearly poked that ball loose. But it will be the Crimsons coming up with it. As that's Darren Wells, a 5'11 senior, bringing it across the timeline. Now on top for Sheen. Slides it to his left for Tublin. Back with Tublin. He'll fire and can't convert as McRoberts clears the rebound.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with the Mustangs tonight and their defense. They're playing it a lot more physical than what I've seen in the past with them. I'm really impressed. Coach has got their attention, I'm sure.
After tasting defeat for just the fourth time this season, you had to think they would come in ready to play in this one, and they've done just that so far.
Well, especially on their home court, as dominant as they've been.
Yeah. You heard Levitch talk about it in the interview. 26 straight at home. They had won prior to that loss against Danville Christian. As Fisher whistled for the travel on that last play.
Well, that's pretty impressive considering the type of schedule that they play.
Yeah.
And it's really impressive considering how good the other two Oldham County schools are.
Sure.
And the rivalry that comes from that.
As Justice Decker back in the game now for Manual. He has the basketball now, but poked out of there. And Wells will drive to the hoop and get it up and in.
Yes, I've been impressed with Wells. Wells played really well coming in off the bench in the last game they played against the Bulldogs of Mayo.
His first 2 points of this contest. As Oldham County nearly throws that one away, but Schmidl able to track it down. Now Neal over the top. Howard into the corner now, and the three there by Schmidl can't drop.
No, but it was a good shot. He caught it in rhythm, and they knocked down baseline shots well. It was another drive kick.
A lot of good shots for both of these teams in the early going, just unable to knock them down thus far.
So the defense is fighting and pushing people out away from their spots.
As Decker leaves this one off for Tublin, he'll attack again, and McRoberts with yet another rebound. He's been active on the defensive rebounds thus far.
Well, Justin, that was one of my main keys. I really didn't know if the Mustangs could keep this bunch off the boards. But so far, they are.
Yeah, they've done phenomenal thus
quite
far.
Impressive.
As Fisher trying to shake his man, and we are going to get an offensive foul. They're going to call that one against Ryan Howard on the moving screen.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious on that one. You got to set those strong, and you got to let the ball handler set the screens up. And that's can't help them.
So Ryan Howard will head to the North Oldham bench in lieu of another Ryan Sanders back out onto the floor. As Coleman with the basketball in his hands, now with
just a 4-out, 1-in set. Looking for Justin Decker in the middle.
Yeah, there is Decker, goes all the way to the hoop and lays it up and in. First points of the evening for him.
Yeah, he loves working that left baseline with that left hand.
We're all knotted up at 12 apiece. And Grant Neal lays it up and in.
That was a special move because the defense that was being played on him was pretty extraordinary, and he still found a way to get the ball in the basket.
Only the second field goal tonight for North Oldham coming inside the arc, and both of them coming via Grant Neal. Now inside, Decker, cross-court pass, and that three up and in as Noah Smith splashes it home.
Noah shoots 43 from the three-point line, so that's no surprise. And smart team, find the good shooters.
Averaging 6.3 points per game this season is Smith. As now Neal step back two. This time he can't get it to drop, and Decker clears the defensive rebound. Manual by one, 15-14 here in the early going as we've played halfway through this second quarter of play. And Coleman, once again, aggressive attacking the bucket, but he leaves that one short. Now Neal on the other end, and once again finishes. And that's going to get us to a timeout here with 3:45 left in this second quarter, a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here throughout this one as it is a 16-15 ball game. North Oldham on top, and pretty much the type of game that we were expected coming in, huh?
No doubt, no doubt. It's, like I said, I'm impressed with North Oldham's defense more than anything else so far in the game. You know, I knew we were going to get the Crimsons are going to attack the basket. That's really how they score and follow it. And they like to isolate number one in the middle and let him play and make post moves.
Yeah, they've definitely attacked the paint here in the early going in this one. Manual trailing by one. There will be their basketball coming out of the timeout, under 4 to play here in this first half. As Coleman shouting out the play as he comes up the court.
Yeah, this is a good matchup. Neal and Coleman one-on-one. Coleman got him that time, but they had an eraser in the back.
I couldn't tell who it was that got a hand on that.
They're playing big tonight. They're playing big. That's the Mustangs.
Now set to inbound it here as Noah Smith gets it in for Sheen.
Yeah, they like this inbounds. They try to go back to Decker and let Decker work.
Decker going to try to drive on Fisher, but that one's taken out of there by Ryan Howard.
Yeah, that was a great read by Howard. He knew what was happening. He knew the ball was going to be passed to the baseline corner for a three, and he jumped the lane, which he does well.
Now Grant Neal in possession. Briefly double-teamed, instead gets it off now for Howard, and he hits his third three of this first half.
Great job by Neal setting up Howard for the three. Howard feels the rhythm and perfect pass, and a big part of that is a good pass makes him a better shooter, and that was a perfect pass.
Yeah, Howard just filling the empty space on the floor, and hats off to Neal for finding him as North Oldham rather. Their lead up to 4, but now cut back down to 2 as Justice Decker gets another one up and in. Fisher keeping the dribble alive. Stops on a dime, and this time he gets it the drop.
Yeah, excellent turnaround, Justin. He set his player up, stepped him down, and then turnaround fade.
3 points now for Fisher in this contest, as we've got just over 2 minutes left now in the quarter. Here's Sheen on top. Decker, his three. And once again, can't convert.
Wow.
Fisher out, Cargold another three, and he gets it to drop. His second three of the contest, and North Oldham's lead now up to 7.
Yeah, you can feel a rhythm. They're getting a really nice rhythm to them right now. That's the Mustangs.
5 3-pointers here in this first half as they're shooting the ball well. Wasn't the case to start the game, but they've rounded into form here. As Decker backing down Ryan Howard. Now gets it out for Noah Smith, leaves it off for Sheen, and somehow that ball rolls off, but Smith the rebound, but throws it away. Right into the hands of Grant Neal, lays it off, Cargold up and in.
Might see a timeout here soon if we get a stop down here. If the Mustangs get one more stop, I think, only a minute to go, it'd probably be better to save it, but, you got to watch out for runs, especially North Oldham getting hot.
We're going to get a foul called here against North Oldham. That is their third here of the quarter. None up on the scoreboard for Manual, so pretty cleanly played ball game in terms of the foul numbers here in this first half.
I think it's a well officiated game so far.
Yeah.
It's not an easy game to officiate with both teams attacking each other so well.
Now ball in the hands of Coleman. Malachi slides it to his right. Now with Darren Wells.
Fisher's doing a really nice job on Malachi inside.
Here's Decker going to fire another one up, and once again, he can't convert.
And that's my mistake. I meant Decker. Decker and Fisher are matched up inside. I said Malachi.
Just 4 points for Decker here in this first half. And now a foul being called against Wells up top. 28.7 seconds left down the half. A briskly played first half here tonight.
It's flown by. It's been clean, very few fouls. So it's moved by quick.
As Neal has it here, likely going to hold for the final shot.
Yeah.
So we're down under 20 now.
Yeah.
Sanders trying to get it back to Jack Fisher. Instead, tries to get it off for Grant Neal, who tracks it down. Into the corner, Howard, another three. This time he can't convert, but Fisher on the rebound and stick back, no good. And did they call a foul?
They did, and it was.
Oh, wow, the fans below us were so loud I didn't even hear the whistle. Well, now it looks like they're going to discuss it.
Yeah. Justin, I believe it was before the horn, but we'll see.
Certainly looked like a lot of contact.
Oh, it was a foul, no doubt about it. It raked all the way across his arm. You know, that's just the things that Fisher does. He's so active. He gets so many loose balls. He should be shooting free throws.
And they are indeed going to award him free throws. With triple zeros up on the scoreboard, so these will be the final shots of this first half. And North Oldham with an opportunity to get that lead up to 10. If not 11 heading into the halftime break. That's got to make you feel good if you're Coach Levitch.
Well, they got hot, and we've seen them hot more than we've not seen them hot, so it's not anything new. But they're doing that against a really, really good defense.
Fisher eyes the rim and gets the home roll. That's the type of bounce you're supposed to get playing at home.
Yeah. The form that he has also helps that just a little bit. Got a really pretty release.
And they do put .5 back up on the scoreboard as Fisher indeed knocks both down. And Manuel going to heave one down the court, but it's going to be no good. And that will bring us to an end of our first half of play. North Oldham 28, Manuel 17. Stick with us. We'll come back on the other side. We'll bring you some first half numbers and statistics as you continue to watch your Oldham County High School's basketball coverage right here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by the Oldham County Health Department. Find out about their array of wellness programs and services by visiting oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people, strong community.
And back here, North Oldham, right in the middle of our halftime break here this evening, 28-17, North Oldham on top. Justin Kalen back alongside Mark Evans. As before we get into our first half stats, let's take a look at tonight's scoreboard presented by Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. And now, Coach, let's jump into our first half statistics, as tonight's first half stats are brought to you by Oldham Financial. They provide clarity for your financial future. Visit oldhamfinancial.com for more information. First, let's take a look at our team statistics.
Well, Justin, it's pretty close as far as shooting percentages go. The Mustangs are 38% from the field, whereas the Crimsons are 39% from the field. The difference, though, is the Mustangs are 50% from the three-point line at 5 for 10, and the Crimsons are only 29% for 2 of 7 from the three-point line, which pretty much gives you the difference in the scoreboard tonight.
Yeah, very good three-point shooting in that first half for North Oldham, as they were able to knock in 5 of them. 3 of those coming from Ryan Howard, their 6'3 senior. He poured in 9 points in that first half. He was followed by Brooks Cargold. He, too, had a couple of threes. 8 points for him, 6 points for Grant Neal, and 5 points for Jack Fisher in that first half of play. Only 4 scorers for North Oldham. And for Manual, they had 5 guys vying the scoring column. They were led by Malachi Coleman, 6 points for him, 4 points for Justice Decker, 3 points for Noah Smith, and 2 points for Josh Darst, as well as Darren Wells, as that gives you a total of 17. And, Coach, this is a Manual team putting up 75 points per game. So you look at that scoreboard and see that 17 number well below their season average. What has been the cause of that? I know we touched on the North Oldham defense. Anything specifically you're seeing?
Well, I think the bottom line is the North Oldham defense. Once again, they're doing a great job of staying in front of the drive to the rim, which was going to be extremely important. And, to be honest, the shots aren't going down for the Crimsons, and they're not really taking great shots. I mean, they're all balanced and this and that. And then what the Mustangs have been able to do is just give them that one shot and hit the boards. I'm a little shocked. I mean, by watching both teams play as much as I have, I thought the physicality battle would be the arrow would tip to the Crimsons, but not necessarily so right now. It's I think North Oldham's doing more than holding their own, and I think that's the difference in the game. Other than the North Oldham Mustangs always do a nice job ball movement and finding open shooters, and they all can shoot, and that's been the difference also from the three-point line.
Yeah, and one of our keys to the game tonight was rebounding for North Oldham. They've done a fantastic job of that in the first half. We'll step aside for a break here. We'll come back on the other side, and we'll get you set for second half action. Stick with us. More Oldham County High Schools basketball coming right up on Glycod.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Back here, North Oldham High School, as both teams have wrapped up their halftime warm-ups, and we are set for the third quarter of action. Justin Kalen, Mark Evans back here with you as we get set for our second half of play. North Oldham with a nice 11-point cushion at the halftime break. Give me one key for each of these teams in the second half, Coach.
Well, I think the most important thing, Justin, is going to be the intensity. Whoever can play the best, most physical, intense defense for the entire second half, I think will win the basketball game.
As Cargold can't convert on the three, but the offensive rebound. Cargold with a pair of threes in that first half of play. As now Fisher gets it poked loose. Good hands down there by Coleman. But he's going to get tied up. Either way, it's going to be manual basketball. Looks like the starters out there for North Oldham. Grant Neal, Brooks Cargold, Ryan Howard, Ryan Sanders, and Jack Fisher.
Nope. The Mustangs are opening back up in their man defense. Let's see if they can stay as strong as they were in that first and second quarter.
And here's going to be a takeaway as Neal tracks it down, and he'll draw the foul going the other direction. Manuel also trotting out there. 5 starters here tonight in the second half. Justice Decker, Malachi Coleman, Ryan Sheen, Josh Darst, and Jared Dublin.
But we traded turnovers, so let's see how that goes.
Neal takes advantage and knocks down the first one. But just one of two. 7 points now for Grant Neal, well below his season average of 21.
That's a surprise. I don't think I've ever seen him miss a free throw. That shoots about 80%.
Now here is Manuel in possession on top. And that one blocked out of there by Neal and taken out by Cargill.
Yeah, just like I said, they're playing very big. You know, they're long and quick as far as the Mustangs are, and they're getting a lot of hands on the ball.
Now in the corner with it is Howard. Drops it down low for Cargold. That's Jack Fisher in possession now for the Mustangs. Their lead up to 12.
Well, Coach Levitch runs so many good sets. I mean, he really is a coach way beyond his years. He does a tremendous job of running sets.
Yeah, every time I come here and talk with him, I always forget just how young he looks. Looks like he just got right out of high school.
Well, he looks very young. He's not quite that young.
He is not.
But he hasn't been in this particular part of the game. Of course, he was a great player here at North Oldham, and you know, played at the University of Louisville under a really special coach. I guess depending on who you talk to, but you know, he's really learned his trade well. I'm always impressed with him. Very impressed.
Neal knocks down the first free throw. He will have one more opportunity. And converts on that one as well. Is that more like it?
That's more like it. He's got too pretty of a stroke to miss a free throw.
2 minutes down here in this third quarter of play as Manuel trying to battle their way back in. They trail by 14, and that's a good start as Darren Wells lays it up and in.
Yeah, they needed that little runner. They need every opportunity now.
Here's Ryan Howard, lays it off for Cargold. And he floats it up, a little out of control, rebounded by the Crimsons.
Yeah, I think there was a touch on that. I think you have to give credit to Manuel. The block shot. And
speaking of a touch, hard foul there against Coleman. As he lands awkwardly on the end line.
Yeah, Malachi is not afraid to take it in and take it in strong. He gets punished quite a bit, but he usually punishes people at the free throw line and at the rim.
See what he can do here from the free throw stripe. Went 1 for 2 in that first half, and he misses the front end here.
Yeah, he's a 79% free throw shooter. Got to have him.
High in the rim for the second chance here, and that time it goes.
Oh, a little bit of pressure. Didn't see that in the tape. It's 1-2-2, three-quarter court trap.
No problem.
Trying to change up the pace, and did a nice job of getting a jump ball, but it's going to stay with the Mustangs.
I don't know if we had a single jump ball in that first half. Already 2 of them here to begin the third.
I only remember one. Early.
So we're under 5.5 minutes left here in this third quarter.
Yeah, mixing up the defenses now. A little bit of 2-1-2 press, half court.
It's causing a little bit of confusion for North Oldham. As Cargold drops it over the top and Sanders lays it up and in.
Well, if you want to beat it, you get it to the middle and then look opposite block, and that's what they did. Execution was perfect by the Mustangs on that.
Now Decker leaves it off for Coleman. Gets it out for Noah Smith. He splashed home a 3 in that first half. Wells on top. Decker gets it back to Wells. Now the deep 2 here, and that rattles around, but no good by Josh Darston. We're going to get a foul down low. I believe they get Decker on that one.
Staying in the 1-2-2 three-quarter court trap. Give Coach Coleman a lot of credit. I think I've seen him do so many different things and make so many good adjustments. I think it will affect and is affecting North to a point.
Now Cargold going to end up wide open here, and he knocks in another one, his third three of the ball game, and we are going to get a timeout taken here with 4:25 left in the quarter. North Oldham 36, Manual 20. It's a full timeout, so we'll step aside for one as well. Stick with us. More Oldham County High Schools basketball upcoming on Glycod.
Supporters of Oldham County High Schools athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
And back here at North Oldham, Justin Kalen alongside Mark Evans as we've got a 16-point ball game. North Oldham comes out of the halftime break ready to go after leading by 11 at half. They've extended that up to 16, just really playing well here tonight.
Well, Coach Coleman tried to change it up by playing a three-quarter court 1-2-2, and execution by the Mustangs was perfect. And trouble with that is if you get really good looks at three-pointers if you beat the press, and they have.
See what Manuel draws up here coming out of the timeout. They need to get something going in a hurry if they want to find their way back into this ball game. So we're already down to 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Coleman will fire a three and leaves it short as Cargold clears the rebound. Cargold with Wells waiting for him. Hands it off for Fisher. Now on top, Grand Neal to his left, Cargold.
The Mustangs are very patient, looking for the opportunity, and found one there. Ooh.
And it's actually going to be Grand Neal called for the charge. I, too, liked the take to the bucket there by Neal, but a great job waiting and the defensive effort by Manuel.
Well, both these teams are playing really, really quality defense in the half-court man. The biggest matchup I see, though, is Fisher on Decker. I think Fisher's done a fabulous job so far tonight. They're guarding each other, and it's tough in there.
Now, speaking of Fisher, forces another miss by Decker, but he chases his own offensive rebound and earns a three-point opportunity.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Decker's a very, very good ball player. It's a battle. It's the best matchup I've seen, in this game is 22 versus number 1.
Prior to the free throw, we're going to get a whistle. Not sure what that was all about, but now we're ready to shoot the free throw. And Decker with that lefty stroke gets it the drop. 36-23 now.
Now they're picking up full man. They got out of the zone pressure. Same matchup we've talked about.
As Cargold gets inside.
I just love the way the Mustangs pass and cut. They're always moving.
Yeah.
They don't do a lot of standing unless you're setting themselves up for threes and corners.
As Fisher trying to get past Decker, lays it off for Howard. He goes down low for Neal, and a tough finish for Grant Neal down low. He's now got 11.
Yeah, the Mustangs look tremendously sharp tonight.
And speaking of sharp, that up and under by Coleman looked awesome, but he wasn't able to finish on the bucket.
Coleman's had a tough time tonight getting the ball in the basket. He typically gets to the rim a little bit more, though, and gets a lot of easier baskets. But tonight, they're not getting to the rim very well. And that has a lot to do with the defense.
That was Howard missing the three on the last North Oldham possession. As Manuel back on their side of things, trailing by 15, just over 2 minutes left here in this third quarter. And a low-scoring affair, and we're going to get a timeout taken here. We'll step aside for one as well. Stick with us. More Oldham County High Schools basketball upcoming on Glycod.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
And back here, North Oldham High School, 2 minutes, 13 seconds left here in our third quarter of action, 38-23. Oldham County with a comfortable lead as we near the end of this third quarter. And they had the 11-point halftime lead here tonight and have just done nothing but extend that here in this third quarter play.
And the Crimsons are rolling the dice with this full-court man press.
As here we go, another three for Howard. He can't convert. Back-to-back misses for him after knocking in three in that first half. And now the turnover on the other end. As Howard kicks it out, three-pointer here, got it! As Schmidl gets his first points of the evening, rather. And that lead balloons up to 18 now.
Playing in great rhythm tonight. And shooters love rhythm.
Driving inside with it, that was Tublin. Draws some contact, so a couple free throws upcoming. Tublin scoreless thus far tonight. Chance to change that here at the stripe. And he will.
Let's see if the Crimsons goes right back into full court pressure on this make, if he makes it.
Malachi Coleman, Ryan Sheen back on the floor now for Coach Coleman. And Tublin gets them both.
And they're in a man press on ball. Just really picking up full man, no trapping at all.
Well, North Oldham's having a lot of success defeating that pressure in the backcourt.
All guards, all handle it well. Spacing's fantastic. A lot of quality coaching going on.
As now we're going to get a foul, slap on the wrist here. Yeah, it's funny. We were talking in the pregame trying to decide which position these guys play for North Oldham, but we decided they're pretty well all guards, right?
And they all jump well and quick hands and smart on both ends of the court. And shoot it extremely well.
Yeah. Inbounded here for Fisher. Tried to go inside for Sanders, and Sanders is going to be fouled. That is the fifth foul going against Manuel. So only 1:06 left here in this third quarter, but free throws the rest of the way for both of these teams. And it'll be Sanders heading to the stripe. 2 points for him here tonight. That one bucket did come here in this third quarter. And he can't convert on the first. Jack Fisher going to get a well-deserved rest on the bench. I don't know that he's came out one time today. As Grant Neal back out there.
We'll see if the Crimsons go back to Decker right off the bat. Let's see who matches up with Decker inside.
And Sanders is able to knock down the second free throw. So that North Oldham lead back up to 17. 1 minute to play here in this third quarter.
Ryan Sanders will draw Decker.
Coleman, a little bit of errant shot there, but rebounded by Sheen. Now here is Decker trying to drive in on, that was Ryan Sanders picking him up, but the foul called.
South did a really nice job of doubling down on that and trying to pull the ball away on the spin dribble when they turned his back, but a little bit too much arm.
Free throw shot up and in by Decker. He's up to 8 points now. Averaged 13.5 coming into this one to go with his 8.5 rebounds per contest. And he'll get them both.
Yeah, I think the Crimsons are just trying to speed the pace up. We'll see if it's beneficial or not, but so far not.
It seems like North Oldham has really handled it well. As Cargold would get a wide open three here and can't splash it home, but now a cheap foul picked up by Grant Neal, and that's going to send Darren Wells to the stripe. Can't do that.
No, it's clock stopped and an opportunity to set up the press again and see if they can get something out of it. I really think they're looking more for pace than they're looking for trapping and turnovers.
Wells unable to convert on the first free throw. He'll have one more opportunity here, and he will hit it as he's got 5 now. Yeah, a little bit of better pressure here is nearly forcing the 5-second call.
Yeah, more of a zone press that time. Did get a turnover.
They do indeed get the turnover.
Yeah, they changed that up to a little 2-1-2, or at least they backed the person on the ball off and gave them the opportunity to be a gambler, which helped them a little bit that time.
As well as North Oldham has handled that pressure so far tonight. A little bit of a freak-out moment there as they throw that one away. Daniel nearly gives it right back as that ball nearly over the head of Coleman, who's able to track it down. Now Wells has it, just over 10 seconds. Here's Sheen.
It's Sanders on Decker.
Sheen's going to drive in, and that ball blocked. And Howard just takes it out of there. No shot, and that'll bring us to the end of 3 quarters of play. North Oldham extends their lead up to 14 at 42-28. Stick with us. 4th and final frame coming right up as you continue to watch Oldham County High School's basketball on Glycon.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
4th and final frame right now here from North Oldham High School. Justin Kalen alongside Mark Evans as it's been all North Oldham here tonight. 42-28 they lead as they took an 11-point lead to the halftime break. Extended that up to 14 after 3 quarters of play, and they have really played well so far in this one.
Yes, they have. The shooting percentage went down just a little bit for South in that quarter, but so for the Crimson, so it really didn't make up any ground at all.
Manuel scoring north of 70 points per game. They are at 28 here as we begin this final quarter. Outstanding defense tonight for North Oldham as we're going to get a foul called here. That's going to go against Grant Neal, and that's going to be his 3rd. That'll be Ryan Sheen heading to the free throw stripe. He's yet to score here in this one.
They get to the rim a couple times really well, but he's been blocked so far, so now he's able to get a free throw.
Does finally get on the board. Sheen, by the way, averaged 12.5 points a game coming into this one. A little surprising to see that goose egg next to his name prior to these free throws, but he does knock them both down for his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, it's an extremely physical game, and I'm not so sure he likes the physicality as much.
As it's now a 42-30 ball game, as good hustle by Decker to knock that ball out of bounds.
Daniel sticking with the man-to-man.
Inbounded for Sanders. He nearly gets it taken away. Back to Sanders, now in the corner. Fisher's three comes up well short. Wonder if Coleman might have gotten a piece of that one.
I don't think so. I think he caught not quite his normal rhythm, and he might be getting a little bit tired. He's had a tough job tonight against Decker.
Fine. He's played a lot of minutes as well.
Yeah, his legs might be giving just a little bit on him. He's usually not that short on shots, but he plays a lot of minutes every ball game that I've seen and does a great job.
Sheen, the inbounds pass to Coleman. Great passing around the perimeter.
Yeah.
Results in a Darren Wells three, but he can't knock it down.
Yeah, the Crimsons are shooting 39% from the three-point line this year, but really can't tell by tonight. That's really hurting them, missing open shots.
Now Fisher being guarded by Decker.
Yeah, that's been the matchup all night.
It's been a fun one to watch, I'll tell you that. As now Schmidl leaves it out for Fisher, who gets it to Cargold.
But Justin, I like watching both of them play. They both play so hard, but they play clean, they play classy. They just tremendous effort by both of them. Just fantastic.
And on the trap, Cargold calls the timeout, and we will take one as well with 6:24 left here in this fourth quarter. Stick with us. We've got a conclusion coming up. Your Oldham County High School's basketball broadcast on Glycod.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
.624 left here in this fourth and final quarter. 42-30. North Oldham with a lead as we are just now coming out of the timeout here, as it will be, I believe, will be North Oldham ball. As Cargold set to trigger the inbounds. Justin Kalen, Mark Evans with you this evening.
But Justin, nothing's changed as far as intensity on the defense on both ends. Both teams are playing.
Yeah, low-scoring game here tonight as Grant Neal knocks in the three. All of a sudden, he's up to 14 points. And now a steal taken away here by Schmidl. He'll leave it off. Sanders floats it up and can't get it to go. Under 6 to play. As we're going to get a foul on Schmidl here in the corner. And Mark, if you're Coach Levitch right now, any sort of nerves at all, or here's Costa?
I think you're, you always have nerves if you're a coach. You have a heartbeat.
Fair enough.
But no, I think he loves what he sees tonight. This is a complete team. Great on the defensive end, without a doubt. Best I've ever seen him play probably defensively tonight, at least for this season.
Yeah.
And just smooth on the offensive end against a great defensive team. I mean, it's tough, but they're just making it look easy.
Sheen, unfortunate there, ran right into Decker. Nearly lost possession, but they do end up getting a shot off, but it misses. And rebounded by Sanders. Now Cargold in the corner. Sidestep three for Neal, and he gets it again.
Well, Justin, I mean, Manuel has no choice. They have to come out and go after it. But the problem is that the Mustangs are cutting them to pieces and getting wide open looks at the three-point line with great rhythm, especially transition. And, boy, they are super at that.
13 second-half points now for Grant Neal as we're going to get a full timeout. We'll step aside for one as well. Stick with us. Oldham County High School's basketball. More coming up on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
And back here, North Oldham High School. Just a reminder, this segment of tonight's game is brought to you by LaGrange Service Center, providing quality car care in LaGrange since 1964, as it's an 18-point lead now for North Oldham. And Grant Neal with the swat down low, and had a slow go of it in the early portions of this game, but he is really coming into his own.
Well, I'm pretty amazed right now just with what I'm saying. Manuel's having a hard time making a shot, and North Oldham's playing at their best.
That's Grant Neal again laying that one up and in, and now a bucket on the other end, laid in by Josh Darst. His 4th point of the night.
The great ball handling by North Oldham. By North Oldham is just.
And Grant Neal continues. A 3, another one, his 3rd here in this second half of play. And North Oldham all of a sudden up by 21.
Well, every young man is skilled as a ball handler and a passer on the Mustangs, and it shows.
Speaking of skill, Justice Decker with a step back. 7 second half points for him. And that's Ryan Sanders laying it up and in.
Well, we're watching a 4th quarter clinic. Mustangs are 4 or 5 right now with 2 threes in that.
And Coleman once again going to draw some contact and free throws upcoming. This is basically the exact opposite of our JV contest here tonight, where Manuel kind of put it to North Oldham. Varsity guys are getting their payback here in this one.
I'd say so.
And Coleman converts on the first free throw. He's now 3 of 5 on the evening from the stripe. As Gray Schmidl comes out of the game, Ryan Howard back on. And Coleman gets them both.
Coach Levin just stuck with his rotation the entire night. I think this time of the year that's where you need to be, and I think he's playing it to perfection.
And we are going to get a full timeout taken here with 3:54 left in this game. We'll step aside for a break as well. Stick with us. We've got the conclusion upcoming here for your Oldham County High Schools basketball coverage on Glycod.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
And back here, North Oldham High School, the site of tonight's Oldham County High Schools basketball coverage right here on Glycod. Justin Kalen back alongside Mark Evans as it's a 55-36 ball game. North Oldham has been in control for pretty much the entirety of this game. Really impressive stuff by them here today.
They've been dominant. I guess Danville Christian was a blessing for them because that's the best I've seen them play. And if you want to be playing well, now's the time to start playing well.
Well, I've mentioned it a number of times. This is pretty high-powered offense for Manuel. Here we are with under 4 minutes to play in the game, and they sit at 36 points, now make it 38.
Well, they missed a lot of open looks tonight, and they've actually taken a lot of off-balance drives tonight.
Speaking of off-balance drives, how about that for Brooks Cargold? Laying it up and in. He's now got 13 points in this one, and an answer right back the other direction by Tublin. Tublin with 7 points here in this one, all of them coming in the second half. As that was Ryan Sheen trying to save it inbounds, but he stepped on the inline.
Well, if you're Coach Coleman, there's no give up, and that's good to see. Coach is cheering as hard as he can and pushing and helping his players, and they're not quitting on him, and so maybe that will help down the road, maybe on a better day.
Sheen picks up the foul there, just the second called against Manual here in this fourth quarter. As Cargold triggers the inbounds for Neal. Neal puts on the brakes. Looked like he wanted to shoot the three there. Fisher lays it up. I thought that was going to drop, but it caroms off. And quick outlet up and in for Josh Darst.
Yeah, nice job of body control and finishing the shot off the layup.
And all of a sudden, North Oldham got sloppy here the last couple of minutes. And Manuel kicks this one out. And Tublin again knocks in the three. 10 second half points now for Tublin.
Making it interesting, Justin.
Yeah. So we're down to an 11-point margin.
Not a lot of time left, not with the new 5-count rule. As far as fouls go, it makes it awfully easy to stay ahead.
And now Coach Levitch wants a timeout to discuss things with his team. Didn't like what the offense had drawn up there, as he will take a full timeout here. 57-46, North Oldham with the lead. 2 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in this contest, as we'll keep it here through this timeout. Believe we're good on commercials as I get the double thumbs up. But interesting or fun night of basketball here at North Oldham. Definitely started as the type of game we expected coming in, as it was close back and forth throughout that first quarter. And then ever since that first quarter, it's really been all North Oldham here tonight.
Well, North Oldham were shot makers. They went against a strong Crimson defense, but they made the shots. They made the right passes. When they got the open looks, they knocked them down. Whereas not so much for the Crimsons. They've had a lot of open looks. They didn't knock them down, and that three-point line can make a big difference, and North Oldham always uses it well, and they have tonight.
Now, worth noting, they knocked down 5 threes in the first half of play, and they have splashed home 5 of them here in the second half as well. So 10 threes total for a very good shooting North Oldham team, and they have proven that here tonight.
Whereas Crimsons have made two of the last few minutes or so, but before that they had nothing from the three-point line.
As Grant Neal has it, as we have hit the 2-minute mark remaining in this fourth and final quarter.
Yeah, they're going to spread it and take layups or wide open threes. Probably layups.
Or just try to waste time, no?
Yeah, well, draw a foul and shoot free throws. This game's pretty much finished.
Manuel just 2 fouls up on the board here in this quarter, so they'll have to foul 3 times if they want to go that route. And there's going to be one of them there. Animated response by Coach Coleman on that sideline.
Well, Coach Coleman might have had a point, but, sometimes officials aren't sure what you're trying to do. But, he was trying to tie it up. He wasn't trying to foul.
Yeah. Now inbounded for Fisher, and another quick foul called. This time going against Noah Smith, the 5'11 junior.
Well, with the greatness of the North Oldham ball handling, I don't see anywhere in the world this is going to change an outcome.
It's now Cargold with a rocket of a pass down low for Jack Fisher, who lays it up and in. Quiet night for Fisher in terms of points, as he's got just 7. And now a 3 on the other end, gone in by Josh Darst. All of a sudden, he's up to 9 points.
North Oldham scorching from the field in this fourth quarter, though.
As that's going to be the 5th foul here in the quarter called against Manual, so Jack Fisher will head to the free throw stripe. And this is the point of the game where North Oldham has got to knock in some free ones.
Well, they're 7 of 9 from the field, 2 3-pointers in this fourth quarter. They shoot a very high percentage for the year from the 3-point line, and so I think they'll be okay.
I'm glad that went in. I didn't want to have to blame you again.
Well, 75%. I felt pretty good about it. And the only way Jack, he's 73% free throw shooter. The only way he misses is might be a little tired, but I don't think he'll miss.
As Gray Schmidl back in the game. And Ryan Sanders heads to the sidelines, and both free throws indeed good by Jack Fisher. And then Coleman on the other end gets those 2 points right back.
Well, the Crimsons are doing pretty well from the field this quarter. They're shooting the ball really, really well.
They've done a fantastic job trying to get back in this game. But a foul there is going to be called, and Ryan Howard will head to the free throw stripe. So we're down to 42 seconds left, 61-51. Hats off to Manual making this score look respectable.
Well, they were 8 of 10.
That'll do
80% in the fourth quarter.
That'll do it.
If my numbers are right. It's a quick game.
I trust your numbers.
Thank you, Justin.
Ryan Sanders at the line.
It looks like it's Darren Wells coming back out onto the floor for Manual. Jared Tublin will head to the sideline. And Ryan Howard with a pair of free throws here, knocks in the first one. See if he can make it 2 for 2 here, and he will.
Yeah, game's on the line, and they're 4 for 4 in the fourth quarter.
Ryan Howard now in double figures with 11 points. Coleman trying to get past Grant Neal. Tough assignment for him there, as Wells will float it up off the back iron, but a foul is called. Very few fouls in that first half of play, but third and fourth quarters, we've had our fair share.
Third big quarter for Manual getting to the free throw line, but of course I didn't make enough 2s and 3s.
As Wells splashes home the first one. And he gets them both.
Full court pressure. Actually, quick trap, but North Oldham breaks it easily. And we'll go to the free throw line.
Manuel's going to continue to foul. How long do you let this go on if you're Coach Coleman?
Once again, though, Justin, what I would say is he's playing for a different day.
Yeah.
He's game situation, in game. You don't get any better than this as far as opportunity to get better.
Cargold gets the first one to splash through.
But the Mustangs are showing us how you close out games. 5 of 5 from the line in the fourth quarter, 6 of 6. Can't catch up if you're the opposing team and down when you're playing against the team that's making those.
Brooks Cargold now with 15 points here in this one as Decker's 3 is blocked and taken away. And a quick outlet up for Neal, but fired way too far and out of bounds. Down to 8 seconds left here in this one.
Even Coach Levitch is still coaching. That bothered him.
As Coleman's 3's no good. Jack Fisher clears the rebound, and that'll do it for this one. North Oldham wins it 65-53 in an impressive display of varsity basketball here tonight. We'll step aside for a break. We'll come back on the other side. We'll bring you some post-game coverage. Stick with us. Oldham County High School's basketball. More coming right up on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Crestwood State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And back here, North Oldham High School, where the Mustangs victorious 65-53 in a well-played contest against the Crimsons of Manual, as North Oldham moves their record up to 24-4 on the season. Manual drops to 23-4. So two comparable teams coming into this one, and it was just North Oldham coming out ready to play here in this one from the opening tip, Coach.
Yeah, without a doubt, Justin. They set the tone. They set the tempo. They came out with the toughest man-to-man defense I've seen them play, and really just owned the game that way. It really pushed the Crimsons into some not-so-great shots, and by halftime it was pretty much nearly over, and then they sealed the deal in the third and fourth quarter. The Crimson fought back, shot a little bit better in the second half, but not good enough, not against that.
Yeah, and for me it really came down to rebounding. That was one of our keys to the game for North Oldham. They came into this game ready to rebound the basketball, as we alluded to a number of times. They were allowing Manual just one shot per possession, and that's really what helped them here tonight.
And that's a great point. I really thought Manual may hurt them on the offensive boards. That was one of our keys. It was not that way. It was both ends. The boards went to the Mustangs. I was impressed with that. Impressed with them staying in front of them on defense, and of course the way they move the ball and shoot the ball is rare.
It was a North Oldham 12-8 lead after one quarter. They extended that up 28-17 at our halftime break before getting that up to 14 at 42-28 after three before winning with a final score of 65-53. We'll step aside for a break here. We'll come back on the other side and we'll bring you some statistics from this ball game here tonight. Stick with us. More Oldham County High School's basketball coverage coming right up on Glycod.
your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
And back here, North Oldham High School, where the Mustangs victorious tonight, 65-53 over the Manual Crimsons to move their record up to 24-4 on the season. Nothing to shake a stick at Manual's record either, now 23-4 on the season. Two really good teams and a well-played game here tonight, as we've got to bring you some statistics from this one. First, let's take a look at our team statistics, Coach.
As far as field goal statistics, Justin, it was 22 of 46 for 48% for the North Oldham Mustangs, and surprisingly close, 23 of 50 for 46% for the Crimsons. But where the difference lies is the three-point line. The Mustangs were 10 of 19 for 48%, or well, whatever 10 for 19 is. Sorry about that. And as opposed to the Crimsons only hitting 4 threes for the night, and 2 of those threes came after the game was well over in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, three-pointers were big tonight for North Oldham, no doubt about it. As let's take a look at our individual scoring for this one. 7 guys find the scoring column for Manual, 3 of them in double figures, as they were led by Justice Decker and Malachi Coleman. Both of those guys poured in 11 points, 10 points for Jared Tublin, all of them coming in the second half of play. 9 points for Josh Darst, 7 points for Darren Wells, 3 points for Noah Smith, and 2 points for Ryan Sheen for North Oldham. They had 6 guys find the scoring column, 3 of their guys also in double figures, as they were led by Grant Neal, who had 16 second half points, 15 points for Brooks Cargold, 11 points for Ryan Howard, 9 points for Jack Fisher, 5 points for Ryan Sanders, and 3 points for Gray Schmidl. As first half or to final stats for tonight's contest presented by Oldham Financial, providing clarity for your financial future. We'll step aside one final break here this evening. We'll come back on the other side and we'll get you your most outstanding players from this contest. Stick with us. We've got one more segment upcoming of Oldham County High School's basketball coverage right here on Glycod.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name is Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah! 1 second.
I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh. Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
And back here at North Oldham High School, one final time this evening, where the North Oldham Mustangs take care of business over the Manual Crimsons tonight. 65-53 your final score. Justin Kalen alongside Mark Evans. One final segment here as we have got to bring you your most outstanding players. Tonight's most outstanding players are presented by State Farm Insurance agent Leslie Gilly. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. Coach, let's go ahead and start with the visiting Manual Crimsons. Outstanding player for them.
We're going with Malachi Coleman. Did a great job on both ends of the court. Tough night. Him and Fisher were a show watching that matchup, and we feel like the effort part of it and the leading scoring and everything else puts him in that position.
Yeah, well-deserved. Malachi Coleman, your most outstanding player for Manual. How about for North Oldham? This one a little more easier.
Well, possibly. I mean, they just all play so well, and they all played well tonight. But Grant Neal, Grant scored quite a few points, but Grant set up players for great shots all night long and handled the pressure, and I was very impressed with Grant.
There you go, Malachi Coleman, Grant Neal, your most outstanding players of the game. Let's go ahead and take a look at our upcoming schedule here for Glycod, brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors. And it's a busy slate as we come to the end of the regular season in both Indiana and Kentucky. As on Wednesday night, we'll have Columbus East at Floyd Central. Girls game, we've got Douglas at Anderson County. Thursday night, We have got a game as well, as it's Butler at Oldham County, and then Friday at 7:30, Seymour at Silver Creek, Douglas at Sacred Heart, which we will be there, Mark. Looking forward to that one as postseason playoff coverage starts next Monday, February 26th. So in my opinion, no better time of the year.
No, not at all, and I think, Justin, we're set up for some pretty good games in front of us. We got a good district that we're going to be at, and it's been a pleasure, and look forward to next week.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's a busy time of the year, but we wouldn't have it any other way. Before we get out of here, certainly want to thank Steve Bird, the executive producer for Glycod, Todd Carter, our on-site producer, keeping us up and running all night long, doing a great job. Max Gorley was on camera for us this evening. Shout out to Max Gorley, as always, doing a fantastic job. And, of course, Mark Evans, thanks for being here. Nice doing a game with you again. You got any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Well, I'd say that one of these coaches is pretty excited about his team tonight. I'd say Coach Levitch is. I'm sure he finds something wrong, but they sure did play well. And as far as Coach Coleman goes, they never quit, and that's a good sign. They just had a tough night shooting, and it's hard to have a tough night shoot when you're playing the Mustangs of North Oldham.
Yeah, no doubt about it, as that's going to wrap up our coverage for this evening. Your final score one final time, North Oldham 65, Manual 53. Alongside Mark Evans, this is Justin Kalen saying so long and good night. You've been watching Oldham County High School's basketball coverage right here on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Oldham County High School's basketball. Tonight's game was brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Oldham County Health Department, healthy people, strong community. Kinser & Kinser, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Oldham County Solid Waste Management featuring Waste Wizard. And by LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Thompson Heating and Cooling, and Financial Solutions Incorporated.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.